Let me take you back to 2007, the year I built my very first gaming PC. It took me 3 long months, piecing it together one part at a time. Every month, I'd order a piece or two. First the motherboard, then the CPU, later the RAM, the HDD, the case, and finally the PSU. With each delivery, the stack of boxes in my room grew taller, and my excitement grew with it. There was something magical about watching those parts pile up, like I was assembling a treasure. Here's what my rig looked like: a GeForce 9500 GT, an AMD Athlon 2 dual-core processor, a 500GB hard drive, and 2GB of RAM. Yes, 2 whole gigs! Putting it all together was a process. I'd done a ton of research online, making sure every component would be compatible, but I was still nervous. There's that moment every PC builder knows, where you press the power button for the first time and hope your creation doesn't explode. And miraculously, it worked on the first try. I was stunned. I get it now. That high you get from building PCs. You build one, you build another, then you're helping friends build theirs. PC gaming just becomes part of your identity. I get why so many PC gamers have a bias against consoles now. I see the appeal. But let me take you back to that moment, that magical first boot. My first game? Need for Speed Most Wanted. You know, that Most Wanted. I cranked the settings to max, thinking it can't get more realistic than this. Then I loaded up Assassin's Creed, the first one, then Ezio's trilogy, GTA 4, and Crysis. Yes, Crysis, running at a buttery 24 FPS. I called it cinematic frame rate. I even ran Crysis 2 later at a smooth 30 FPS. And World of Warcraft. I'd never seen Azeroth look so good. For a while, I was convinced that PC dominated consoles. Then, 2 years later, reality hit me hard. The new games coming out brought my PC to its knees. It was time to upgrade. I got a beastly new AMD GPU, one with a 256-bit bus that was supposed to be compatible. Installed it, booted up a game, and everything ran beautifully. But then, snap, my PC shut down. The PSU couldn't handle it, so I bought a new PSU, fried it again. I ended up replacing the PSU and the motherboard, grabbed more RAM, and even found a deal on a quad-core CPU. Finally, after 2 months of fighting with my setup, my PC was a powerhouse once more. I was back, and that's right when the PS4 launched.
Are you ready to seek your fortune?
Hang on, Nathan!
Where is the artifact?
Heads up! Go!
I made a promise that I was done with this life.
As a PC gamer from way back, and I've built many, I switched to console years ago. I don't have to worry about settings, cheats, crashes. The list goes on and on. PlayStation has far better exclusives than any PC or Xbox game I've played or seen. Younger players don't understand that a lot of console gamers used to be hardcore PC gaming enthusiasts. Including myself, I used to watch the FPS counter in the corner of my monitor more than I enjoyed the game. Sometimes people forget that less is more. We don't remember if a game had ray-traced reflections in the water or screen space reflections, or whether we played it in 200 FPS or 60 FPS. We remember the experience of the game. I've built 3 gaming PCs in my life. These PC enthusiasts think console gamers are clueless. Edox Tensei. I sold my monster PC just to get the PS5 Pro and save some money because I was so tired of playing Developer Edition Simulator instead of actually playing games and enjoying them. The last game that pushed me over the edge was the stuttery mess of Silent Hill 2 Remake on PC. I bought it and spent almost an entire Saturday trying to fix it, with no success. Meanwhile, even if the PS5 version has a lower resolution, it doesn't have these issues. That's where the PS5 Pro comes in, offering higher resolution than the PS5. With PC, if a game doesn't work properly, there are endless possibilities of things going wrong because of hardware variations. On console, it's just a matter of a few updates, and most games run better because they're optimized for that specific hardware. But when I was looking for advice on getting a PS5 Pro, all I heard was, dude, PC is way better, buy a PC. Or, you can do so much more than just game on PC. And my favorite, PC always runs without any issues, just plug and play. So many things can go wrong on a PC. A Windows update could be bad, AMD or Nvidia could release broken drivers, shader compilation could go wrong, or a game could be a poor port. But according to them, I must not know how to install drivers in my long PC career. Now I'm waiting for my PS5 Pro to arrive on the 7th of November, and I will never look back at PC gaming again. So let's talk about this, because I don't think people were ready for the PS5 Pro to come out swinging like it has. Remember when Mark Cerny dropped that video? All the chatter was about GTA 6 being 30 FPS, even on the Pro. or how the PS5 Pro Enhanced label was supposedly meaningless. Oh, and let's not forget everyone losing their minds over the price, comparing it to building a PC for $700 or whatever. It was chaos. At the time I said, chill out, let the Pro come out, let the tech gurus break it down, and then we'll see what it's really capable of. And guess what? That's exactly what's happening now. And man, it's clear. This thing was seriously underestimated. Between the power, the games, the developer support, and even the sales, the Pro is proving itself. And here's the kicker. Even tech outlets, which were initially skeptical, are now saying, okay, this is doing more than we expected. Take Digital Foundry, for example. These guys don't mess around. John Lineman straight up said the PS5 Pro was more impressive than I expected. He talked about how Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the Pro looked so good it felt game-changing. And let's not even get started on Gran Turismo 7. If Digital Foundry is surprised, you know this thing has some serious chops. Now, here's where it gets fun. Remember when everyone was saying you can't build a $700 PC to match the Pro? Turns out, those comparisons were a joke. Every attempt to prove it just showed how out of touch some of these PC-centric folks are. The Pro isn't just holding its own, it's outclassing expectations. And the funny part? A lot of those haters are retreating to the same tired argument, oh, but the price. It's like, yeah, we get it, $700 is a lot, but have you seen what this thing can do? The games are really driving the point home. There are now over 67 titles with the PS5 Pro Enhanced label, and the list is growing daily. And it's not just first-party PlayStation games, it's third-party titles and even Xbox-owned games like Diablo 4. Rod Ferguson had to confirm it himself. Yes, Diablo 4 is PS5 Pro Enhanced. Imagine that. Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard, and one of their biggest games is out here hyping PlayStation hardware. That's just chef's kiss level irony. Is PlayStation a scam for requiring payment to play online? The idea that PlayStation is a scam because you need to pay to play online has been a point of contention among gamers for years. It's a valid concern, especially when compared to PC gaming, where online multiplayer is often free. However, calling PlayStation a scam oversimplifies the situation and ignores the broader context of what the platform offers. Let's break it down. PlayStation Plus isn't just a gatekeeping tool for online play. The subscription includes access to free monthly games, exclusive discounts, and cloud storage for game saves. These perks, combined with online multiplayer access, offer significant value for many players. In fact, services like Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus Extra have shown that subscription models can appeal to gamers by bundling a wide array of benefits. Why PlayStation still wins? As a former PC gamer in my younger days, there's something about the ease of use, the exclusive games, and the cohesive ecosystem that PlayStation offers that kept me hooked. When I moved to the PS5, it felt like I had upgraded to the best gaming PC I've ever owned. The graphics, performance, and library of games made it worth every penny. Sure, I had to subscribe to PlayStation Plus to play Helldivers 2 online, but I don't regret it. In fact, I find myself playing more single-player games than anything else. And PlayStation excels in this area with its strong lineup of exclusives like God of War, Horizon, and The Last of Us. Why subscription models aren't all bad. Now, let's imagine if Steam introduced a subscription service tomorrow that included online multiplayer, free monthly games, and discounts. Millions would jump on it without hesitation. Why? Because the value proposition would be undeniable. That's essentially what PlayStation Plus and similar services offer. The criticism of paying for online play is valid, especially when compared to free alternatives on PC. However, labeling PlayStation as a scam ignores the broader value of the ecosystem. As someone who canceled Netflix and Amazon Prime the moment they introduced ads into paid subscriptions, I understand the frustration of feeling nickel and dimed. But PlayStation Plus is far from a hollow cash grab. It's a service that enhances the gaming experience for those who choose to use it. In the end, whether you see PlayStation's online subscription as a deal breaker or a worthy investment depends on your gaming preferences. For me, the combination of stellar single-player games, occasional multiplayer sessions, and the overall quality of the platform outweighs the cost of a subscription. And let's be honest, if you're canceling streaming services to justify your gaming budget, PlayStation Plus might just be the better deal anyway.
For those who prove worthy, paradise awaits.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.